Once upon a time, there was a girl named Snow White who loved to be out in nature with her favorite hobby, geocaching. One day, Snow White was walking through the forest during a power trail and found a cute hut. She was therefore delighted with the richly laid table and dined from every little plate and drank from many a cup until she was full and tired and took a seat on one of the cozy little beds. At some point, the house owners came back, wondering who had sat at their little table and tasted their food. When they were also well fortified, they were startled by a loud snore. After Snow White woke up and they got to know each other, they also got to talk about their favorite game together, geocaching. The dwarfs were happy, and from then on they went on tour together. Somewhere a queen was wandering through her beautiful castle garden with her faithful dogs and her faithful servant, thinking about the next geocache trip. Suddenly something occurred to her and she rummaged in her handbag for her all-knowing mirror and asked who was the best cacher in the land. The mirror replied that she was the best here, but that Snow White was 1,000 times better behind the mountains with the 7 dwarfs.
What? It can't be!
The queen raged and scolded. When the dwarfs and Snow White were once again out and about, a market woman handed her an apple. After the first bite, she spat out a cursed nano and fainted. As the dwarfs were crying for their Snow White, a frog with an antenna came along and told them the secret of the curse. And so the 7 dwarfs set off on a great journey with all their equipment. From the Munich subway, they went to Marienplatz, where they took a webcam photo and listened to the chimes. They wandered through the city and soon found more than just a trolley along the way. They retrieved a mystery from its hiding place and danced a dwarf dance for it. They climbed steep walls and after several stops found the finale of a Maltese. They followed a wherry-go through the city and had fun riding an elevator. They used their little stamps to immortalize themselves in a letterbox. They jumped over meadows and tried to squeeze into a frame for a virtual. Full of hope, they brought their finds to the sleeping Snow White, and sure enough, she awoke and was happy about her rescuers. Soon they were walking through the town together again and happened to pass by the frog's well. Snow White wanted to say thank you and gave the cute frog a big smack. Suddenly the frog disappeared and a fabulous prince appeared next to her. Now the dwarves were on their own, for another being took their place at Snow White's side. Of course, the queen was horrified by the turn of events at first, but then she recognized the chance for herself and lured the dwarfs with souvenirs and further adventures. Thus, she was able to record 8-fold finds in the team, while the other 2 from then on only enjoyed the cache highlights. And so everyone was happy and satisfied. And if they didn't die, they are still caching today.